Hi, everyone. I'm Zach Anderson, owner and certified elder law attorney at Valley Estate and Elder Law in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm going to take you through our power of attorney checklist here today. A couple of quick notes before we begin. One, this is going to be somewhat specific to Alabama. I'll make a couple of notes about Alabama law, for example, but the concepts will be applicable to many states if you're reviewing a power of attorney, and you'll at least find it helpful relative to the amount you've paid to watch this video, perhaps. Second thing, we do have this in written form on a nice one-page handout. If you'd like that, just head on over to our website, 𝖿𝖊𝖎𝖓𝖌.com. It's there for you for free. You don't have to put your email in or anything like that. Third, this has to do with financial powers of attorney, which are different from medical powers of attorney or healthcare powers of attorney. We have at least one video on our YouTube channel right now about healthcare powers of attorney. So if you want to look at that, just type that in our channel, or we don't have that many videos, so you can find it if you like. So some of the things I look for in a power of attorney, figure out if yours is perhaps up to snuff. One, is it durable? A durable power of attorney means it continues in force even if you become incapacitated. And that means if you can't manage your own financial affairs, you don't have the mental capacity to do that. Does the POA, the power of attorney, does it have durability provisions? Does it say, even when I lose mental capacity, it is still valid? Generally a good idea, almost always a good idea, except if you're using it for a specific purpose, like selling one piece of real estate or something like that. Maybe spouse is serving overseas in the armed forces or something, and other spouse needs to sign at closing. Otherwise, probably want to look at making it durable. So that's the first thing. The second thing was it drafted and done before 2014. In 2014, Alabama passed the Uniform Power of Attorney Act. This law radically changed power of attorney law in Alabama. I believe roughly 14 states, as of the date of this video, have passed that law. So if you're watching in a state other than Alabama, chances are your state has not passed this law, but you would still want to check what law governs powers of attorney in your state. In Alabama, it's the UPOA Act, and that law really changed the game. And I'll actually go through one way that it did that. That's number 4, but that's the point for now. If it was drafted before 2014, need to get it looked at, okay? So easy rule to apply there. Third thing, this one is something that people don't think about a whole lot, and that is, does it mesh with the estate plan? Does it mesh with the other tools in your estate planning toolbox? So for example, if you have a revocable living trust, are your incapacity agents under that revocable living trust the same people as your financial power of attorney agents, in the same order, under the same terms, serving jointly, serving consecutively, things like that? If they're not, well, the power of attorney agents are going to be able to handle things like IRAs, things that are not in your trust during your lifetime, but your incapacity trustees are going to be able to handle assets in the trust during your lifetime if you can't, such as your home, perhaps a brokerage account. That is what we call a mismatch, or a lack of coordination with the plan that does not mesh with your estate plan. So that's an easy one to check. If it doesn't mesh with other estate planning documents, we need to ask why that's the case and what is the reasoning behind that mismatch. And chances are it won't make sense. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is kind of an advanced concept. The Uniform Power of Attorney Act of 2014, at least the version that Alabama passed, I suppose any state would be free to, drop a section or add a section, or, add a smiley face at the end of the law in the code. I'm kidding. They wouldn't do that. I mean, that'd be cool if they did. But at least in Alabama's version of the law, there are a small handful, probably 6 to 8 specific powers that, if you don't give explicit authority in the instrument, that is in the power of attorney document, to give your agent these powers, they don't have. This is a very rigid law, and you got to pay attention to it. That's why if it was drafted before 2014, we got to take a look at it. I strongly urge you to take a look at it. What are some examples of some enhanced powers? The power to gift over the annual exclusion in 2024, that's $18,000 per year per person. Applying for public benefits, maybe VA, aid and attendance, VA pension benefits for long-term care. Maybe it's Medicaid. Maybe it's home and community-based waiver services through your state's Medicaid program. Whatever it is, can we apply for those benefits? Can we restructure our assets to achieve eligibility for those benefits to help you or a loved one when you might need long-term care, when your health declines? Another example is of an enhanced power is the ability to fund a trust, the ability to create a trust, the ability to move assets into or out of a trust. And there are some situations where we might do that. So these enhanced powers are really, really important. A lot of estate planning and elder law attorneys are going to tell you that the financial power of attorney is the best bang for your buck estate planning you can do. Some people term it as the most impactful or the most important document in the estate planning toolbox. And I probably agree with that. Haven't thought about it, long and hard, and every situation is different, but I think I probably agree with that. This is huge. Whether it's the most important or the second most important, it's huge. This is a lot more affordable to do it right on the front end than it is to not have one and need it. And if you have one, you haven't looked at it in a while, if you're wondering if it's up to its worth, go through this checklist, see what you see. If you have any questions, call our office or call the office of someone near you who knows what they're doing in these matters. And now you have our firm's checklist.